The Joe Rogan Experience.
Well, Brian is one of the best at that. He's so silly. Like most of his podcasts that he does, other than with me and him have pretty cool podcasts. We've known each other forever. We've been best friends since 1994.
Is that right?
Yeah. I mean,
that guy smart.
I love him so much that I broke up with this girl, and Brian, she was calling me because she was horny. And I was like, look, I have a new girlfriend, but I have a friend who'll fuck you, and he's just like me. And so I sicked Brian on my ex-girlfriend, and he fucked her. One of the funniest conversations I ever had with an ex-girlfriend. She calls me up. She goes, your friend came inside me. And I went, what? She goes, yeah, your fucking friend came inside me. And I was like, well, did you tell him that you were on the pill? She goes, no, I'm not on the pill. And I was like, well, I don't know what to tell you. You know, that's Brian. You guys should have worked that out. But to have an ex-girlfriend call you up mad because your friend ejaculated inside of her, it was one of the most... I hung up the phone. I literally fell to the ground laughing. I was lying on my back on the floor of my house going, ah! Like, it's just so ridiculous. That's Brian Callen.
Brian Callen, everybody.
So I called him up, and I said, what happened? And he's like, whoops. It was just such a ridiculous conversation. But I've been friends with that guy forever. So all of our conversations are like that.
I see.
All of our conversations are like jokes and hazing and shitting on each other, but it's all hugs and love. I mean, I love that guy to death.
He's so positive and generous. And, you know, one funny thing, I was looking at his Instagram, and he's seated next to, I don't know, I can't remember, was it Cheetah? Like he's sitting next to a wild cheetah in Africa.
Yeah, and he's talking about how he hunts with it.
I like to get up in the morning. Perhaps we will hunt together. I smell antelope nearby. You know, just like he's clowning, and there's an actual
a real cheetah. Yeah, but cheetahs are interesting, man. You can actually pet them. It's weird. I think it was a game reserve.
I see.
Like one of those safari reserves.
Don't ruin the image.
No. I mean, a lot of that is in Africa. Not in terms of like they're not pets.
Yeah.
But they're so used to people because people are always going on safari there, and apparently you can get real close to them in some environments. But cheetahs, in particular, a lot of people keep them as pets. Like you see, like a lot of sheiks, and like rich guys in the Middle East, they'll be driving around in their fucking AMG wagons with a cheetah next to them, a cheetah on a leash, and the cheetah's just cool with it.
See, nobody does that with hippos. I think if you wanted to go next level,
yeah, that wouldn't work out. Hippos just decide to fuck you up.
Yeah. What is with us in the hippos?
Hippos are they're like cousin to pigs. And
is that right?
Yeah, they're a ruthless fucking animal.
Oh, now I see it.
They don't play any games.
Yeah. And for vegetarians, it's not even like we're their food.
They are vegetarians, but they do eat meat.
I know.
Well, so do deer. You know, deer and cows, they'll eat birds.
Okay, we're not going back into that vampire deer thing. That freaked me out last time.
But deer oftentimes eat birds. They eat ground nesting birds. There's a lot of video of it. Like, people don't want to believe it. They think that, they just eat grass. And most of the time they do, but they will eat a bird if they get a chance. You know, they know it's food. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, and they have an herbivore's digestive tract, but they'll still eat a bird. There's a lot of videos of deer.
I guess I've been really fascinated by the number of species in which some human, like totally deadly species, where some human has decided, I'm going to dedicate my life to hanging out and not getting eaten.
Hyenas. There's some asshole that he's hanging out with hyenas on the internet and petting them. They seem really playful and friendly, real sweet. It's real weird. This guy's like nuzzling these hyenas.
Can you imagine choosing the hyena? That's your system.
That is an animal that bites so fucking hard. They have like one of the strongest bites ever measured because their whole thing is just smashing bones and trying to get out the nutrition that the lions leave behind. So they're all just about crushing bones. So their whole face is designed to smash bones.
Yeah.
And they're fucking. See, here's the guy. He's hanging out with these hyenas. He plays with them. Look at this asshole. But they're playing with him. They seem to think he's like their buddy. Look, they're biting him, but they're gentle. I mean, they could rip his arm clean off, but they're biting his leg, and he's nuzzling with them. He's letting them bite his face. I do not know. I do not know.
Because I think a lot of these have to do with imprinting.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, that was the thing with my friend Phil Demers, who worked at Marineland. One of the reasons why he's so furious at them is because he's got a walrus named Smooshy. And the walrus imprinted with him when it was really young.
Right.
The walrus thinks that's his mom.
Okay.
That he's rather the walrus's mom. So he's just on this fucking furious quest to get this walrus released and to shut down this shithole known as Marineland. Yeah, he's been sued forever. He's been involved in lawsuits as long as I've known him, and he's been coming on this podcast for years. For years, we've been, trying to boost his signal and trying to get the word out. And then when Blackfish came out, that sort of really turned the tide,
right?
Where people got a chance to see what orca captivity is really like, and they were like, "Holy shit, this is horrific! It is absolutely barbaric."